Tests can feel like such a pain. It's like, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to prove myself to whomever? Why do I need to be taking this thing every week or every semester? This is so frustrating. But there's a mindset shift that you can use for your advantage. I'm not about to discuss whether we should take tests. I'm not about to discuss whether they're fair. That's not the reality. The reality is, as of now, you need to take them, so you better do something about them. The problem with the mindset I just gave you a couple seconds ago, which was, this is frustrating, why do I need this, is you are suffering twice because you are suffering for the actual test, and now you're suffering with the idea of taking and studying the test. That does nothing for you because you're still going to have to take the test regardless. So if you have to suffer, you might as well just suffer once. However, this mindset shift could allow you not to even suffer at all. Let's think through this. This fear, this anxiety, this annoyance that you have with these tests are usually rooted in a single thing. Deep inside, you feel like these tests define you. If you do well, you're great. If you don't, you're awful. And then not only they define you, but they also classify you among your peers. Those are the smart ones. Those are the nerd ones. Those are the I don't study but still get good grade ones. Those are the I don't get good grades at all ones. But that is simply not true. Your tests don't define you. Your scores don't define you. Luckily or not, you are not your grades. Look, let me say that again. You are not your grades, whether you get Fs or whether you get As. That rhymed. I should make a song. Maybe not. But the second you internalize that, your fear is gone. Because the test is just something you have to do. It's not defining you. It's not challenging your identity. And then at that point, the only thing left is the task of studying for you to try to get the best grade you possibly can. And even if you perform poorly, you know that that is just a snapshot. That's not who you are. That's just how you performed at that one point in time about that one topic, about that one subject. It is not the end of the world. You can still recover, and that's if you took a hit. Now, this mindset shift that you can have is to face your test like an enemy. You're not going to give power to your enemies. You need to overcome them. It is simply an obstacle. If during a test a question is too complicated, skip it. Come back to it later. It's fine. Think of this. If you know the answer, but you're just not remembering, don't stress. If you don't know the answer, don't stress. You don't know the answer. The first step to win a battle is to believe you can do it. If you go to a test, if you go into this battle ready to lose, you're not going to win. That's the idea. You cannot go into the battlefield defeated. And even if you believe you can't do it, I promise you can push it through. And let me give you a couple of ideas. Here's a funny, quirky analogy for you. When you were a baby, you wanted to sit, but you couldn't sit right away. The first thing you did was kind of fall off. And then, eventually you succeed. Now, the next thing you wanted to do was to crawl. Same thing. And then the next thing you wanted to do was to walk. Well, first you kind of stood, and then you fell, and then you kind of walked using your hands on the wall. You were trying to hold yourself to whatever you could. It was a progress. It's a progress. But again, you took the first step. You tried. You went out there. So it got it in you. You have it in you to just try it. So at least give yourself that chance. So reach into your deep baby self. Now you may ask me, but what if I fail the test? First of all, if you fail the test, it's not that deep. Seriously, it's just a test. What you should get from it is, hey, maybe you should change a few things. Maybe you should change how you're approaching all of this. But this is not a, hey, you're in an absolute failure. Second, look at any success story. J.K. Rowling, the Beatles, your local business owner, all of them had failures. There is no success without failure. So if you're gonna fail anyway, you might as well just start now so you get the failures done with. And this applies to all areas of your life, be your academic life, be your new entrepreneurial life, be your career. It doesn't matter. Every failure brings you closer to your latest and newest success. So learn from your failures, grow, and move on. Keep going. Also, on the flip side of the coin, say you got a perfect score. Was it really perfect? Did you know everything you needed to know? Did you know everything in the textbook, or did you just get lucky that they asked you what you knew? See what I mean? Oh, and don't forget, failure is only failure if you decide to stop. Otherwise, it was just an obstacle. I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. A test is only a snapshot. It does not define you. Maybe you were hungry that day. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Maybe this happened. Maybe that happened. Stop thinking it's the end of the world. A test only tests. It does not attest. I'm gonna say it again. A test only tests. It does not attest. When you internalize that, you're gonna approach the whole situation differently.